They want to divide family. They don't want any gender. They want one gender. They want to attack everything that we've done over the years and go by their ideology. Our country is in trouble, and it starts with education. Until we start recognizing what the left is doing, trying to change family, trying to change the things that are our moral values, we've got no chance.
All those Democrats, they just want one gender. I hope they have a reveal party. Which one is it? What the hell is he talking about? Their complaint on a daily basis, the one joke that conservatives know is that there's a whole bunch of them and you can just have whichever one you want or whatever, which is the one gender that we want. We're not the ones limiting gender expressions. You guys think there should be two, and that's basically it. By the way, I didn't know this about Tommy Tuberville, a guy who's very concerned about kids. So concerned that apparently back when he was a coach, he handed a 1-game suspension to a player that was charged with the rape of a 15-year-old. That's from the Washington Examiner, which I believe is a more conservative outlet. I'm not familiar with that story, but this is clearly a guy who's very concerned about the children.
Yeah. All right, so two things on this. One is the one gender thing's just funny, right? Like a joke about how the left believes in like a million different genders at least makes sense, right? It's not true, and we could debate that, but we definitely don't believe in just one gender, right? But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter to Tuberville. It doesn't matter to anybody in the audience. They're just like, yeah, the left sucks. Oh, the one in the million genders, right? So it doesn't matter. It's just like, okay, we don't like people that aren't like us, period. And so this one is as old as time. This one is not one of the modern problems that we have. For conservatives, they believe in keeping things the way that they are. And in the old days, were there gay people? Of course there were. They just stuffed them into a closet and said, if you come out, we're gonna beat the living crap out of you and maybe kill you, right? And so, but to the outside world, it looked like, well, there's no gay people, there's no trans people, there's no people that are non-binary or any of those things. I don't know what those things are. We stuffed them into a dark closet and then beat the living crap out of them. We don't know what they are. So they had a family and they thought it's 2 kids or 4 kids, whatever it is, and a mom and a dad. And we liked the way things were. And so this is why that appeals to right-wingers so much. This one is awful, but I get it. I get the conservative mind thinks, I don't want anything to change. And these guys now letting me know that we've always had gay people, we've always had trans people, it makes me really uncomfortable. So I don't want to hear it. Instead, I'll take a moron like Tuberville, who thinks, 15-year-old getting raped's not that big a deal. It's not worth a 2-game suspension, okay? But, well, we can't handle one gender or the one gender problem. They like that guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, college football coaches are some of the worst people in America. We'll say that. They don't pay their players. They act, frankly, as, I don't know if I want to go so far. They have like an overseer mentality, and it's a lot of black players on their teams that they fight tooth and nail not to pay, and they want complete control over their lives and careers to a point that I think is a bit dictatorial and definitely racially charged. Those institutions in the South with those big college football schools, there's a reason that they're as invested as possible in ensuring that college football players who make the school millions and millions and millions of dollars, and those coaches like Tuberville get paid in the tens of millions of dollars. They don't want the fruits of their labor going to the actual players. Doesn't matter if they blow their knee out, can't play in the professional leagues. They should not get paid despite making this university millions of dollars. Yeah. Regardless, I do think that's honestly relevant to the senator that he is. But the fixation on trans people, they are using this as a wedge to open a door into what Cenk is talking about there, with larger discrimination against gay people, LGBTQ people more broadly. They just feel like the gender thing weirds enough people out, and it's new enough for some people in society that they can use it as a tool to attack queer, gay, lesbian people more broadly. But the cruelty of their continuous fixation on it is really the point. Like Matt Walsh, I'll never forget when he went back on Joe Rogan's show, and Rogan had been in a bit of hot water for repeating the litter box conspiracy theory about schools. And so he actually had a fact check for the first time in years on his program. Matt Walsh said that there were over 1 million kids undergoing transition care in the country. And Joe Rogan's fact checker guy said, okay, actually I looked it up and it was 5,000 over a few year period. And the reality is that that's actually much closer to the truth. But the right wing wants to amplify it and make it think it's like this indoctrination thing so that it becomes a dirty word to be trans, and that little trans kids are forced back into the closet because their fluidity with their gender and their desire to live their life as they see fit is such a threat to the conservative mind because they are so deeply closeted themselves. They have such little understanding of their own gender, of their own sexuality. And when they look a little bit deep, they get freaked out because they don't have the capacity to be introspective or challenge themselves on that front. So they force all of their pain outward and want trans kids to either go back in the closet or cease to exist, because that's the reality. If you don't allow trans people, non-binary people, gay people, lesbian people, queer people to live their truth, then that's the sentence that you were handing down to them. Yeah. And for the cruel right-wing mind, that's the point of all of this.
Yeah. By the way, one last thing: if you're a right-winger, you're catching feelings right now to us calling you cruel. I'll even say immoral, etc. You've never heard that before in American media, and you're outraged. That's the first, that's how dare we say that? Do you get that you were cheering for Tuberville a minute ago when he said that the left has destroyed moral values? That we're so immoral, we've destroyed morality. Like you're used to that your whole life, and you think that's perfectly normal. We should demonize the left, our fellow citizens, and we should say they're immoral and terrible human beings. But when we say, hey, we think it's actually immoral to hate other people just because of their gender, you go, oh my God, how dare you call us immoral? The sense of entitlement that the right wing has in this country is unreal. They get to do everything they want to us, but if we ever fight back, they called us immoral. Yeah, when you don't believe in equality and justice for all, you're both immoral and kind of un-American. Get used to it.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.